I woke up to the voice of a demon that was haunting me. So I'm going to expel it from whence it came. Am I the a-hole?
Yeah, give these demons a break, man. Come on.
Always kicking them out. They got to stay somewhere too.
Where are they going to go?
Housing for demons. That's what I want to run on.
That is the platform.
This story comes from commenter Hannah Moore 6863. So let's hear it. So back when I used to live in a condo, there was this spirit. I can't remember its actual name, but essentially it is born from the emotions of humans. And once it is born, no matter what type of emotion, it will attempt to have the humans around it recreate those specific emotions so it can feed.
That does not sound pleasant.
No, it doesn't. Unfortunately for me, it was created by the previous tenant who was a war veteran who was really messed up. I don't want to even venture to know how you found out all this information, but we're going through it.
Yeah.
And because I was home most of the time and have psychic abilities, it targeted me. So on the first time I saw it, it was in my mom's closet. It was just a pair of floating eyes staring at me. Now, at this point, I've been taught not to show fear and walk away, and that seemed to work until we were about to move. I think it knew we were leaving, so it made one last attempt at a meal, and it was horrible. I literally felt like I was in a war zone, and I was trying not to leave my dog behind because I was afraid I was going to die, and I couldn't see it, but felt it looking at me around the corner. But as soon as my sister came back in to help pack, it was instantly gone. Later that night, I had my Philgia, which is a piece of your soul that can be human, another version of yourself, or an animal you can have too. They essentially protect you and guide you. I guess like spirit guide animal.
Yes. A protector.
This feels a little bit too out there. Anyway, it chases it away, and I know my Philgia did my job. Okay, so OP has another demon encounter. I woke up one morning and felt off. I was heavy, didn't feel 100%. And then when I started talking to my dog, my voice literally came out sounding like a man. I didn't recognize it, and I know it was real as my dog immediately started shaking. I tried to ignore it as I was confused and trying to figure out if this was a supernatural thing or I guess like just morning grogginess.
Right, yeah.
Like when I woke up, it's like, John, I need some water. I'm hungry. Give me food or your soul.
Pam's loving this voice, guys.
Yeah. Give me your soul. Bro, we're possessing everyone that's listening right now.
Oh, God.
Then when I went into my own bathroom to get ready, I looked in the mirror and saw my own face deformed like that one squid character from SpongeBob, and it was smiling at me. Then finally I got downstairs. My dog is still shaking and my sister is home. I don't want to scare her, so I pretend everything is fine. Then I see him walk into my house through the living room door. I never saw his face, but just a man in a suit with a fedora and purple energy swirling around him. I utilized spiritual consent and told him to get the F out of my house, and he did. After a lot of screaming, my neighbors must have thought I was nuts. After it left, I was shaking due to the adrenaline rush, and my friends on the other side, aka spirit guides, came and cleaned my energy so that it couldn't do anything to me after that. That is a supernatural story if I've ever heard one.
I'm just imagining like the Captain Planet of like spiritual pals, and they just come together and they're like, we will clean you, OP.
Yeah, and I'm imagining that the evil spirit with the fedora is like some incel from Reddit where it's like, milady, can I enter your house?
I deserve to be in here because I'm such a good guy.
I'm just trying to be a nice guy.
And you just want to kick me out.
But thank you for sharing this supernatural paranormal stories. We love hearing your stories. Actually, I would love to know just like your, what do I want to know?
What do you want to know?
Not more supernatural stories. We just had that. All right. John wants to know your more supernatural stories. I want to know any ghost stories that you might have. So like, but when by ghost stories or like creepy campfire stories.
Right.
If you have any, I would love to hear them.
Let us know. My bully used to say I was ugly. Joke's on her. I married her boyfriend. Am I the a-hole?
Who got the last laugh or the last bang? Out with a bang? Banging your boyfriend. Let's go.
Who's ugly now? And Sam, this is a little special edition of OKOP because we are reading a bunch of stories from our beautiful YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, I mean, we love our YouTube subscribers and we love when you comment so we can read your your beautiful stories.
Exactly. So let's get into them right now. Al Gunter 15 says, I was bullied constantly in school, and still sometimes people have slick things to say, but the funniest bully moment was this girl I worked with used to sit around with her friend and fat shame me. How does anyone ever find you attractive? And now I'm engaged to her ex-boyfriend, who she still actively tries to get back with after 4 years, and she's also married.
Oh my God. It just kept escalating and escalating. Hey, there's no revenge like banging your bully's ex, you know? No sweeter revenge than the taste of their sweetness.
This next one is from Annie Gobble 4837. I got a pretty funny bullying story. My best friend had a brother who was a year older than us. In junior high, he learned where all my classes were, and he would hide and jump out at me and lightly slug me in the arm.
Stalker and assaulter?
You're under arrest. This happened 3 to 4 times a day for at least a year. That's way too much.
That's crazy.
It wasn't until I was an adult that it occurred to me that he probably just liked me. He also set me up with my first boyfriend. Lol.
All right. Well, you know, yin and yang, he contains multitudes. Sometimes he's slugging you, and then sometimes he's helping you.
Oh, and then someone did comment from that one. This is AJ the Great. That's sort of cute, lol. Where are you both at today? Are we shipping y'all or no? Angie, what's good? Hey, now we can talk to you direct. By the way, I totally mispronounced your name earlier. My bad, Angie. The next one is short and sweet from Grizzly Bear 111. I was bullied for having freckles. Years later now, everyone wants fake freckles.
Dude, people are getting tattoos of freckles on their face.
You see these dots? Yeah, you want them, don't you?
You want them. In 10 years, you're going to want these babies.
All these dots for all the times that I
hooked up with your boyfriend.
Oh, God. This next one is from Babe Bunny. My bullying was more mundane and pathetic compared to most. I'm 6'4", so real tall. And even in high school, I stood out. I was very tall and Asian, and my bully was this 4 foot and change Mexican guy.
Yo, pick on someone your own size because you're going to get a whooping.
That phrase has never come in more true than this. Literally can't remember his name. He used to screw with me constantly, and it was because I rarely walked with groups, and it was a lose-lose situation with me. Either I let it go and be a punk, or fight back, and it's literally a guy 2 feet taller than him throwing him around because he probably weighed 90 pounds soaking wet. He also made sure to hide or get out of school quickly so I couldn't do anything to him.
This is the lamest bully ever.
Right? Like, hey, come on, come and get it.
Give him a good swirly.
Swirl him all around.
Become the bully.
Embrace it.
Become the bully to destroy the bully.
Yes. But then, who are you? A great fan of OKOP. That's who you are. Last story in the bunch, and this one is from Hensigan. My bullying story. When I was in middle school, I had a couple of annoying delinquents in my class that would occasionally throw paper or staples at me while the teacher was doing her lesson. I was an honor student who was always very quiet and well behaved in class. One day, I got sick and tired of him being a tool, so I picked up a crumpled piece of paper and whipped it onto his face when the teacher turned her back to the class.
Wait, yeah, so like whipped it, or did she just throw it?
You know, remember those little popper things? Like, I think it's like,
Yo, wait, do you have a piece of paper?
I do out there. How committed are you?
I really want to make one.
Uh-oh, now he's cooking. Here he goes. Woo!
Yes! Let's go. Indiana Jones, that shit. Cheers.
Yeah. He made a surprise noise, which caught the teacher's attention, and she turned around asking him why he was interrupting. Shocked as hell, he accurately told her what had happened, leaving out his part, of course. She looked at me, and I just deadpanned. I was silent. The rest of the class was silent. She told him off, and the class continued.
Teacher knows who the troublemaker is. Come on.
As they always say, they weren't born yesterday. Because they're old.
Because they're old as fuck.
I believe we've gotten so many of Sam's bully stories.
I heard you have one.
I feel like we should each share one in solidarity with our amazing fans. So me, I rocked the rolling backpack until 9th grade. Okay.
9th grade. That's very brave of you. Yeah, bro. I switched in high school out of fear.
But in middle school, there was this guy, and he would always come up and always kick my backpack. And he was, you know, you guys have actually mentioned in the comments, I had these people, I called them friends, but they're like, you know, I don't know if they were your friends. And I'm like, maybe you guys are right. right. So actually, tell me in the comments if this counts my friend or not. Let me know. I think it was like 6th grade, right? And so every day he comes, boom, kicks the bag. There's this one like hallway. He would just follow me the whole way to class and just kick my bag constantly. And I would literally just like let it rock. I just didn't do anything. And so this is going on for like maybe the whole school year, if I remember correctly.
Is he like kicking it to like turn it around the right way so you can keep wheeling it?
He's not kicking it so hard that's like flying out of my hand, but it's like goosh, 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 you know? So I waited. I plotted in the grass and I'm like, man, this man doesn't know. So I Pavlovian conditioned him to know that, hey, you can come, you can kick the bag, you can leave. Nothing's going to happen, right? And then so one day, like near the end of the school, I saw him just revving up for a big old kick. I was like, this is my time to shine. So I pulled that bag out of his way and he kicked up and just like was airborne and then like fell and just completely knocked the wind out of himself.
Oh my God.
And I just walked away like those
Sweet justice.
superheroes in the movies
no,
where it's
looking
like
at the explosion.
that was good.
That's sweet.
It worked out, you know. That one is a sweet ending. But speaking of things that don't have sweet endings,
Bro, I've shared too many of my bullying stories on this podcast. I want to hear yours, especially the comeuppance ones where the bully actually got what they deserved. Put those answers in the comments right now. And also, anyone remember this? Yeah, that's a popper.
that's right.
What were your favorite ways to annoy the class? Put your answers in the comments immediately.
Let us know.